Boom. Shoop. Boom, right here. One more time. There you have it. That was striking to grappling to a submission. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm reviewing my Century grappling dummy. And I'm just going to be telling you guys the specs of it, its description, and why I think it's so beneficial for you guys to have a grappling dummy, especially during these times. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting off with my grappling dummy's height and weight, it is actually 66 inches listed on the website. And that's pretty accurate because I'm about 5'6", 5'7". Whenever you buy these grappling dummies, it always lists the weight on the dummy itself. So I have a 90-pound dummy. One mistake a lot of people make when purchasing a grappling dummy is that they get the heaviest one they can find. But what they're not taking into consideration is the dead weight, okay? This is 90 pounds of pure dead weight. Okay, maybe 90 pounds is like what your girlfriend weighs or your kid. If they're just falling all over the place, it's a lot harder to handle. So again, just to reiterate, the dummy is 5'6", 66 inches, and it weighs about 90 pounds of pure dead weight. The material on it is vinyl. It's actually the same material of the Wavemaster bag over here, and it's highly durable, top quality. What I do want to mention is that I've had this dummy now for, I'd say, close to 2 years, maybe a little bit more than 2 years, and it has never ripped on me. It's never torn at the seams or stitching. So one thing I want to highlight about the grappling dummy is the reinforced stitching and lacing at the stress points. So the stress points are where the dummy is manipulated and utilized a lot. So like, for example, a lot of submissions around the joints, those parts have to be especially reinforced and strong, otherwise they just rip off, you know, especially if you're practicing with intensity. So yeah guys, you can practice with full intensity on this, and you can rest assured that this will never break, tear, or rip on you. What I like about this grappling dummy is that I can throw it as hard as I want, and I can throw it as many times as I want, and I can really go for submissions on this, as opposed to if you had a real training partner. They might not appreciate you slamming them on the head over and over repetitively and just arm barring them day in and day out. So again guys, no matter how much you're slamming the dummy, doing submissions on it, hitting it in the face, it won't complain, and it will be a fully compliant partner. The uses for the grappling dummy, it's multi-faceted, whereas, you know, sometimes they have those sand-filled grappling dummies, the ones that look like they're melting and just like slingy and sluggish. Those are good, I guess, for just pure BJJ in submissions, because you can practice like closed guard stuff on it, but you can't really throw those, and you can't really punch those in the face and, you know, have a multi-use MMA session on it. Whereas this dummy, it is built for judo, wrestling, MMA. You can even use it as a punching bag if you really wanted to, and as a target, kind of like a bob. So again, this is multifaceted, as opposed to those sand-filled, sluggish dummies. You got judo, wrestling, boxing, MMA, kickboxing, everything you need in one tool. So those are the things that I like about it and that are highly beneficial. I'm always going to advocate for any serious martial artist to get one. You can have some extent of kazushi, but the hip action is the #1 thing that will execute the throw. Boom. Okay, this is where you have them, and then you want to commit at this point. This action right here, that is very beneficial to do on the dummy, and it will help you transfer that skill to real combat. The grappling dummy is also great for a top game if you're a jiu-jitsu practitioner, meaning a lot of mount and just a lot of guard passing drills and pressure. So this dummy is good for those, and it's especially good for hitting arm bars, like neon belly type stuff. You can even practice getting out of closed guard, just like a standard method. Boom, step over, pass, and take mount. And if you're into MMA and all of that, ground and pound, excellent. What the dummy is challenging for is getting into closed guard and just practicing closed guard submissions and drills. The way I like to get into closed guard, because the dummy doesn't fold its legs, first I mount it, then I roll. I guess the number one submission you can hit is kind of like an arm bar. So if I'm here, so you can practice arm bars easily from closed guard. So I'd say one last issue some might have is just storing the grappling dummy itself. If you don't have, the space in the house or anywhere to put it, it's just a big, heavy object that kind of takes up a lot of space. But, I'm fortunate to have room where I live to put this. So it's no problem giving him a nice home. But overall, guys, this specific grappling dummy by Century is probably the top dummy in the game, just because you can do many things with it, as opposed to just a BJJ submission dummy, where you can only practice like submissions. You can use this as a striking tool, grappling, throwing, judo, and you can even use this as a punching bag. Overall, I'd say out of 10, I'd give it a 9.5 out of 10. The 0.5 is off mainly just because my closed guard is limited, but then that'll just force you to become stronger in your top game and pressure, which is, where a lot of people might lack. You okay, dude? All right, man, you did good today. Let me help you up. Good job today, man. So guys, Century grappling dummy, 90 pounds, 9.5 out of 10. I'd say get it if you can, and you'll see a big improvement in your grappling, striking, and all around game. So again, guys, this is your boy Jason, signing out. Oof.